The next morning, Alexis slumped into Ruby's classroom with a yogurt cup, a spoon, and the haunted look of someone who had survived combat.
Ugh, please tell me I imagined yesterday.
She said, dropping into the nearest chair.
Tell me I didn't fall over during yoga because Harvey smiled at me like a freaking shampoo commercial.
Ruby didn't even look up from her grading.
You didn't fall. You dove into the floor with full emotional commitment.
Alexis groaned, dragging her spoon through her yogurt, like it had personally offended her.
Why am I like this?
Because your nervous system is one grand romantic comedy away from exploding. And because Harvey's stupidly good-looking. Also British. Your DNA never had a chance.
I'm not interested. Okay, I am. But I shouldn't be. We work together. I've only been here 2 weeks. I
deserve good things.
Ruby interrupted gently. Alexis fell silent.
He invited me to that staff barbecue. Should I go?
Ruby set her pen down and looked up at her.
Lex, you wore leggings yesterday and stared at his collarbones like they held national secrets. Yes, you should go.
What if I'm awkward?
You are awkward,
Ruby said with a grin.
But you're also very funny, genuine, and weirdly good at computer analogies for human emotion. Just go. Wear something cute, eat a burger, and pretend your heart isn't currently doing cartwheels.
God, I hate when you're wise.
Alexis muttered. Ruby stood and pointed to the door.
Go shave your legs. Or don't. Either way, you're wearing sunscreen and flirting this weekend. End of discussion.
Meanwhile, across town, Harvey stood in Dylan's driveway, shirtless again, holding a cooler full of meat like it was a sacred offering.
You think she'll come?
Dylan asked, grabbing folding chairs from his garage. Harvey pretended to focus on stacking the cooler. Who? Dylan gave him a look.
Harvey, you're one bad lie away from a rom-com montage.
Harvey sighed, shoving the cooler onto the patio table. I'm not into her. Not like that.
Right.
Dylan said slowly.
You just bring her breakfast, call her nicknames, and invite her to pool parties.
She's different, Harvey said finally. Smart. A bit chaotic. Jumps into things even when she's terrified. And she listens. Not out of politeness, like really listens. I forgot what that felt like. Dylan leaned against the post and crossed his arms.
You think she's into you?
Harvey shrugged. Maybe, but I'm not trying to mess her up. She's just getting her feet under her. Dylan raised an eyebrow.
And you're totally steady and uncomplicated?
Harvey gave him a dry look. Did I mention how much I hate talking about my feelings?
Every time you open your damn mouth, mate.
Coach Taylor's backyard was the definition of suburban excess. Stone Grill Island, large pool surrounded by string lights, several lounge chairs already claimed by early arrivals, and a table groaning under bags of chips, potato salad, and suspiciously store-bought cookies. Alexis arrived with Ruby, both in sundresses and sunglasses, though Alexis clutched her beach towel like it was a shield. Ruby walked in like she'd already lived here for 5 years.
Relax.
Ruby murmured.
This is less a party and more a staff-wide cry for help disguised as an event.
Remind me again why I agreed to swim in front of coworkers?
Because you like a certain coach, and your legs haven't seen daylight since March.
Alexis snorted, then spotted Harvey by the grill. He was in swim trunks and a tank top that showed off his freckled arms and absolutely unfair shoulders. He had a spatula in one hand and a beer in the other, and was laughing at something Dylan said. He caught sight of her almost immediately and smiled. Oh no, Alexis thought. He has dimples. Harvey made his way over casually, towel over one shoulder, spatula still in hand. You made it, he said, trying not to sound too pleased. Glad to see you survived yoga club.
I stretch muscles I didn't know existed.
She replied quickly, adjusting her sunglasses and pretending she wasn't staring at his forearm.
Also, you should never be allowed to show up to group activities shirtless.
He grinned. I can put a better shirt on, if that will make you feel better.
No,
She said a little too quickly.
I mean, you're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
He raised an eyebrow. Are you having a stroke?
Possibly.
They both laughed, and something softened between them. Less flirtation, more familiarity. Like they were slipping into something neither of them quite had words for yet. The party unfolded lazily after that. Ruby ended up on a float with a margarita. Dylan got roped into an impromptu volleyball game with two very competitive math teachers. Harvey manned the grill like a professional, occasionally tossing burgers onto plates and sneaking glances at Alexis when he thought no one noticed. Alexis spent most of the time in a lounge chair under a giant umbrella, sipping lemonade and chatting with other staff. She only panicked once, when she realized her swimsuit had a questionable zipper situation, and again when Harvey brought her a perfectly toasted s'more, just because. As the sun started to dip and the string lights flickered on, Harvey dropped into the chair next to her. Had fun? He asked.
I did.
She said honestly.
Thanks for inviting me.
He gave a small smile, quieter this time. You know, I don't usually do this.
Barbecues?
Letting people in. That caught her off guard. She turned to him, suddenly aware of the faint splash of people in the pool and the low hum of summer night noise around them.
I don't either.
She admitted. They sat there for a moment, just breathing, side by side. Then Harvey nudged her foot gently with his. I'm glad you came, Lex. She nudged him back.
Me too.
And for the first time in a long time, something inside both of them loosened. Like the world wasn't a battlefield after all, but maybe a quiet place with just enough space for something new to grow. Monday morning arrived like a rude text at 6 a.m. Uninvited and entirely too bright, but Alexis had coffee, a functioning laptop, and something better, a student who was finally excited to learn. Ethan was already waiting in the lab when she walked in, hood up, earbuds in, typing like he was hacking into NASA. He looked up as she set down her coffee and raised a brow.
You get younger every time you walk in here.
He said with a grin.
Flattery before 8 a.m.? Who are you and what have you done with Ethan?
He pulled out a flash drive and held it up like it was Excalibur.
You ready for this?
She leaned forward.
Do I need goggles?
Maybe a fire extinguisher.
He deadpanned. He plugged it into the lab's main desktop, and the screen came to life with a polished dashboard interface. Heat maps, player movement timelines, pass success rates by quadrant. It was more than functional. It was legitimately good.
Ethan, this is incredible.
He shrugged, eyes down, though his smile betrayed him.
I worked all weekend, tried to make it coach-friendly, like with buttons and everything.
She laughed.
You made it idiot-proof?
I made it Harvey-proof.
Before she could reply, there was a knock on the door. Harvey peeked in. I come bearing second-hand muffins and first-class curiosity. Alexis gestured to the screen.
You're just in time.
Ethan stood a little taller.
Coach, check this out.
Harvey moved behind them, watching as Ethan navigated through screens and explained how the tool tracked passing patterns and fatigue zones. By the time he finished, Harvey looked like someone had just handed him the Rosetta Stone wrapped in bacon. You did this? He asked, turning to Ethan.
Miss Reed helped with the logic flow, but yeah.
Harvey leaned down and gripped Ethan's shoulder. This is bloody brilliant, Ethan. Ethan's face flushed with pride.
You think it'll help?
Help? I'm going to build my next game plan around it. You just bought the team an edge. Alexis gave Ethan a wink.
Told you.
As Harvey stood upright again, their eyes met. Soft, amused, charged with an energy that simmered just under the surface. No one said anything for a beat too long. Then Ethan, ever the teenage chaos goblin, muttered,
You two gonna kiss or something?
Alexis choked on her coffee. Harvey coughed violently.
Out with you.
She ordered, pointing toward the hallway.
Worth it.
Ethan said, grinning as he strolled off. Later that evening, the conference room was a battlefield of folding chairs, lukewarm coffee, and impatient parents flipping through academic reports like they were stock portfolios. Harvey, Dylan, Ruby, and Alexis sat at the front table, forming a surprisingly formidable line of defense. Ruby was calm and composed, using words like integrated curriculum and individualized scaffolding that made even the prickliest parents nod along. Dylan leaned into charm and practicality.
Your son's doing great, ma'am. We just need him to turn in actual gym clothes, not pajama pants.
Alexis fielded a tech-curious dad who kept referring to Java as the coffee thing, while Harvey handled a mother concerned her daughter might break an ankle if she tried out for soccer. Then came Ethan's mom. His mom looked tired. But when Alexis pulled up the dashboard and explained what Ethan had built, even she leaned in.
He coded this?
His mom asked, blinking at the screen.
On his own time, with minimal guidance.
Alexis said gently.
And he's taken initiative in both class and on the team.
Harvey nodded.
He's showing leadership. He's even helping me understand tech, and that's saying something.
For a moment, the room softened. Ethan's mom wiped at her eye.
Thank you.
She whispered.
I didn't know he was capable of this.
He is.
Alexis said quietly.
He just needed the right space.
Afterward, the four teachers slumped into chairs in the now empty conference room, like soldiers after a long campaign.
I need wine.
Ruby declared.
Beer.
Dylan countered.
Sleep.
Alexis groaned. Harvey glanced at her.
Walk.
She blinked.
Now?
He shrugged.
Just around the field. Stretch the legs. Process the trauma.
Alexis followed him out, the night cool and quiet, the grass still slightly damp under their shoes. They walked side by side in silence for a while. Then Harvey said,
You were great in there.
She looked over.
You too. You made Ethan's mom cry in the good way.
It's a rare talent.
He smirked. They stopped near the bleachers. The stadium lights buzzed faintly overhead.
So, we've been working together for a couple weeks now. We've survived yoga, muffins, shirtless emergencies, and a teenager accusing us of wanting to kiss.
Alexis laughed softly.
Quite a resume.
I think it's time we exchanged numbers.
She raised a brow.
Why?
So I can forward you game schedules, and you can send me code. I'll pretend to understand.
Strictly professional then.
Absolutely, he said, mock serious.
For Ethan-related communication.
She handed him her phone.
Right. For Ethan.
He typed in his number, then grinned and held out his hand for hers. When she gave it to him, their fingers brushed. Neither of them moved away.
Okay.
She said, after a second.
This is still professional, just weirdly hand-holdy.
He smirked.
For Ethan.
They stood there under the stadium lights, phones exchanged, numbers saved, hearts maybe a little less guarded than before. And neither of them said what they were both thinking. Ethan had nothing to do with this.